Day is today, right? I mean, who knows? It's Wednesday. Yes, happy Wednesday. We're so excited to be on tonight. Today's going to be a really special time. It's going to be super exciting. So I'm really excited to be on. Justin, are you able to stream or is it still giving you some difficulties?
Working on it now. Go ahead. Just keep going.
Okay, cool, you guys. Well, until we're able to stream, I'm just gonna say hello, welcome. What I want to put in the chat. What are you guys so excited about? What has been happening in your business? What are you just absolutely amazed about? And we are now on Facebook. Awesome. Okay, let's start over. Welcome, you guys. Hello and good morning. We are so excited to be on. Happy Wednesday. Today's going to be really exciting. I'm really excited for today's training. I'm here with my health coach and my mentor, Mr. Justin Avini. So Justin, you want to say hi?
Yeah, man, I'm excited. I hope you guys brought your pen and paper as we should normally be doing over the last 10 days, getting a bunch of nuggets. But we have some exciting people on today that have really taken this training to the next level and are going to share some amazing action steps and ideas and thoughts that they've had and really putting forth the effort and what this leads us to. So, what I would say is really understand that this is not just over the last 10 days, right? Like when we do the March Madness and we do other trainings, really start to understand, guys, if you really put this forth, what we're doing for the last 10 days, I mean, pretty much month to month, and you start early in the month, you know what I mean? A lot of us, I've seen things happen where it's like the last 10 days of the month and we're really grinding. But if we really take this and put it into focus going into May, I think it's going to be something powerful and amazing. I mean, energy is flowing right now. Coaches are doing amazing things. A few things I would like to share is, Rachel Richards the other day did an amazing job of really telling you, listen, this is a business, right? So treat it as a business. Are we shortchanging clients because we're not doing certain things? Are we not doing celebration calls? Are we not doing our coach welcome calls? Are we not celebrating people in the right times, for these things? A lot of clients have come on, guys. We should have hundreds of celebration calls over the next few weeks due to what's going on, as far as the Fraser organization and down. So I would hope that we're doing that because really it's not about what we want. It's about what's right and what they want. So they need to have that structure. They need to have that posture. A few other things too is preparing your clients, right? We know that there's a big discount right now. Some of us have done a couple discounts. There's the 90-day company discount, and then maybe we put the $25 cash on account. So there's a big discount this month. But going into next month, if we're really supporting these clients, if we're doing our celebration calls, if they're excited about the results, it's not going to be that big of a thing. But you want to just let them know, like, hey, this is a one-time thing. Me personally, I tell them I've never seen the company do this in the last 7 years, but they really want to keep people's health going in a time where maybe finances aren't the best. But going forward next month, we're going to have some amazing results, but it may go up a little bit. Just a heads up. You know what I mean? So preparing them for those things. I think that's pretty much it. Michelle, you got anything else you want to add?
Yeah, I do. I actually want to share something exciting. So last night, Janelle shared that 1,863 new clients were brought into our family over the last couple of weeks. How amazing is that, you guys? And I know that we have so many more people and coaches in this family that are not under Jamil's organization. So can you imagine how much higher that number is, alongside with so many brand new coaches that we're introducing or welcoming into our family at all? But you guys, we're not done yet. We've got 2 full days left. That is plenty of time to add hundreds and hundreds of more clients into our family, because you guys, as you can see by those numbers, people have been looking for this. People are ready to start this program. People are ready to take back their health. So before we kind of get started, I really wanted to do something fun. Let's kind of start off with something exciting and kind of see where everyone is at. But if you have brought on 1 to 4 clients, in the last 10 days or the last couple of weeks, put a 1 in the chat. Let's celebrate you for bringing on some clients into our family.
Wow.
And how amazing is that? Keep it going. Love it. Well, if you have brought on 5 to 10 clients over the last couple of weeks, let's put a 2 in the chat. Wow, you guys. Amazing. Well, if you've brought on 11 to 20 clients, put a 3 in the chat. Wow, look at those numbers.
That's so awesome.
That's amazing. I love it. I love it. Okay, and then lastly, guys, if you've brought on more than 20 clients, let's put a 4 in the chat. Let's see where the high achievers are over 20 clients. Wow. I love it, you guys. Look at these numbers. Look how many these numbers represent how many lives have been impacted or about to get impacted. And like Justin said, you guys, let's make sure that we are, iterating what's going on for the next following month. We already know that it's not going to be a problem if you really truly believe it, because people are going to start to feel amazing. They're going to see the results. They're going to want to keep going. And so, and we want to make sure that we are celebrating the heck out of them, that we are making sure that we are setting up at least 1,863 celebration calls over the next couple of weeks, because you guys, this is where we've talked about, this is going to be the messy season, but the messy season is the best season. It is a season of growth, and you're going to see so many amazing things within your team, within your organization, within your coaching business. It's going to be absolutely amazing. So this is exciting. I love it. So let's kick these things off. Let's go ahead and start bringing on people. Like Justin said, we're going to have people. This is not even about us today, you guys. We are actually going to hear from 10 individuals, 10 coaches who have absolutely rocked it in the last 10 days. And we're going to hear from them, and they're going to share a little bit about what's been going on with their business, what has them so excited, and what they've been able to accomplish. But first, we're going to go ahead and bring on Megan Kraft to go ahead and share her road to ED story. So Megan, my friend, go ahead and take it away.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. I'm so excited to be here. This is a really big platform. So total nervousness, but do it scared, guys. That's how we do. So I have to admit that I was pretty much all in from the beginning, and I didn't even know what I was doing. But the reason I was all in, it was because I found this program at a time when my life felt completely out of control. So I started as a client first, and basically I was unfulfilled. I was looking everywhere for fulfillment and happiness and contentment, and I couldn't find it in anything. I was coming off of frustration from the worst teaching year I'd ever had. I felt out of control of my life, and I took it out on my kids and my husband, and eating became the emotional Band-Aid. So I found myself at my highest weight ever, which was 184.5. And I started having all sorts of weird things happen to my body that were seriously uncomfortable. And so I knew I had to change. So when I started, it was in an effort to control just one thing. And so I started May 5th, 2019. I haven't even reached my year yet. And I had coaching dripped on me from the very beginning. And when I say dripping, I mean, it was given as an affirmative. You will coach. And I didn't know what that meant. But I thought, okay, I'm just going to do this. And weight loss for me was the easy part. I sort of fell into that routine. But then on my first celebration call, again, you will coach. And at that point, I thought, all these people have poured so much love into me and so much grace. If they're that great, what could I have to lose? So I signed up for coaching, and I started June 18th, 2019. So not long after. I earned my CAB bonus. And so here's my first little nugget. Do what your mentors tell you. The only reason I earned CAB was because I did everything they said. I had no idea what I was doing at all. I just started talking to a bunch of people. And then my first really big do it scared moment was convention. So I started in June, convention was in July, and my coaches said, you're coming, let's go. And I was scared to death. I had no idea what I was paying for. I had no idea what I was investing in. I had only met my coach once at that point. I'd met my mentor never. And I was going to fly with these people and stay with these people and go to some big convention somewhere. And I was so terrified of what this was. So convention was the real awakening moment. So my second little tidbit is attend events and trainings, because they open you up to the possibility of what this could be. I had a moment with one of my fellow coaches, Camilla, that I love to tell, where we were sitting in the big convention hall, and I turned to her and I said, I hate people. And she looked at me kind of funny and she said, what? And I said, I hate people. I like individuals, but I hate people. Now, this is early in my journey. She patted me on the knee and said, oh, that's okay. You'll learn. And I thought that was the weirdest statement. It took a while, but now I get it. But at the time, I hated people. I'm not a people hater anymore. Convention fired me up. So I came home and did the work. And I always did more than was asked. So when they suggested 3 by 3 by 3, I did 10 by 10 by 10. And that's just me. When they did any Madness series, I jumped on and did the action steps. They say practice makes perfect. And I did a lot of explores and had to really learn to accept no as the answer and not take it personally. And some of my best clients came back months later. My 2 senior coaches who just went senior coach this month were both 3 and 6 months in the making. They were not immediate yeses, and I had to talk to them multiple times. So for me, when coaching started finding its way into my life and I started living the principles and speaking the words of Optavia, that's when my world really shifted and where I really understood that I was helping people and how to help people. So I had to challenge my own limiting beliefs, that's a word you know, and be willing to take a good hard look at my challenges, my failures as they were, but also my successes and what I'm good at. So some of my big shifts that I want to share, things that I think about on a daily. Number one, I had to stop apologizing for not being perfect. I have a perfectionist streak that I am continuing to work on. I know there's a lot of people out there. And I had to allow myself to accept the help. So when my coaches give me something, I have to know that it's from love and know that they're wanting me to be better and grow. So I have to allow it and I have to accept it. And that's hard for a perfectionist. Number two, I had to overcome years of thinking that I was not enough and tap into my special powers. So all of you have special superpowers. You may not know their superpowers yet, but you have to tap into what's special about you and why people are coming to you. Number three, I had to let go of imposter syndrome and feeling like I didn't belong among all these amazing humans. Man, this moment is a big one for me. Like, I'm with these amazing speakers and I get to be a speaker. Like, you have to accept that you're part of this community and that you have value and worth. I also had to start caring for people. This is number four. And forgive them for being fearful of what they don't know. Forgive them their ills. Forgive them for not knowing and love on them. And that was another one that I really had to grow into. And number five, I had to trust the process and enjoy the journey and stop focusing so much on rank and focus on helping people. So I have 2 pieces of advice with my 3 seconds left that I'd like to leave you with. Number one, allow yourself to be good at what you're good at. And number 2, after you hit your goals, always ask what's next. So that's what I have today. Thank you for having me.
Wow. I don't know if you guys just got blown out, but I'm going to tell you right now, I don't care if we have national convention next year. You're going to either virtually see this lady walk across stage or you're going to physically see her walk across stage, because the mindset that she's just explained to you guys is insane. Did you guys, I mean, put a 2 in the chat. Real quick too, I want to make a real quick note. You might have yours set to panelists only. It needs to be set to panelists and attendees on the messenger so everybody can see everybody. We see it, I see it says all to panelists, to everyone. There we go. Now we're getting some interaction. Perfect. So dude, oh my God, Megan, amazing job. So I think some of the coolest things about this, guys, is when we grow into ourselves and what we can potentially become, right? I think one of the most magical parts about this, and I always said, and I know in my heart this will never go anywhere, but if we ever left this business and went somewhere else, we could flourish so powerfully in so many other areas of our lives. And I think one of the coolest things is the mind shifts that we have. I mean, like she said, there's a couple of nuggets I was writing down. They asked me to do the 3x3. I did more, right? I was willing to accept change. I know I'm perfect, but I'm willing to have that outer voice and see, I need to be able to allow that to not hinder me. It's basically hindering me, right? So anyways, I want to get out of the way. I want to kick this off because I could just talk for hours, especially after something that exciting. I'd like to bring on Misty. Misty, are you there?
I'm here.
Awesome, friend. Take it away.
Very nervous, guys. Sorry. So my journey is kind of interesting that I'm going to follow Megan, because we are probably about as opposite in journeys as you could be. I started, came on to be a client, lost a lot of weight, had a lot of success, and from day one said, I'm not going to coach. No way. I don't have time. I'm a homeschooling mom of 4. I have a job that I love. I'm not coaching. Fell in love with the program, and Kelly continued to drip on me. And I said, okay, I'll do it to help pay for my program so that I don't have to feel guilty about taking money out of the family budget. And I'll start by just helping a few people. I hit ED really fast. I started in the middle of June. I was ED by the 1st of August and was like, oh, this is fun. But in that process, I did none of the things that they asked me to do. I was like, oh, yeah, I don't need to do that. This is really easy. People are just coming out of the woodworks to join me. So I created some really, really bad habits. And when the business began to slow down and the grand opening wasn't booming so much, I kind of was like, oh, okay. I didn't have the strong desire or push. Last August, I jumped on the August Madness call and training, and Jamil said something that resonated with me. And he said, you are the CEO of your own business. Well, I had never wanted to be a CEO, never wanted to run a business, didn't really care about the corporate world, but it resonated with me. You can do something with this business. It's yours. Take pride in it. Do something with it. I worked really hard that month and hit ED again. Went into the fall, and the business began to wane a little, like naturally, I think, happens to a lot of people. And I went into a slump with some grief and with my dad, losing my dad. And I just didn't really work the business. And I was frustrated at the results. And instead of seeing myself in those results and the things that I maybe hadn't done that I should have done, or that I'd only done part of what I was asked to do, I really thought about throwing in the towel. And recently I came to a crossroads right before this training started and was trying to decide, was I going to just coach the people that I had and be content with where I was in my business, or was I going to go the next step and go all in? And I went to my husband and I spoke with him, and he was like, I can't answer this for you, babe. You're going to have to figure this one out on your own. So I had a new coach who had just recently lost 100 pounds, and she wanted to come on and coach. And I was like, okay, I'm going to do this. And I'm going to sign up for the 11 days to ED training, and I'm going to come in and just see how it speaks to me and what happens. On day 1 of this training, Jamil kept saying, see your dreams, look at your dreams, stare at your dreams. And I realized that I had 0 dreams about this business. And it bothered me. It concerned me greatly. So I reached out to Kelly and Emily, and I was like, guys, this is going to sound so odd, but I have no dreams and I can't see this. And Emily says, everybody can dream. You got to practice. You can learn to dream. Kelly says, find what makes you cry. Find what you're passionate about. My journey was different. I was already a stay-at-home mom that was able to homeschool, so that wasn't a drive for me. I was already had a job, a career as a speech pathologist that I loved and I didn't ever want to leave, that I worked part-time for and don't see myself ever leaving there. So that wasn't a drive for me, but I found my dream. I want to have the financial freedom to give abundantly. I want to be able to walk in a restaurant and see a family with young kids and say, I'm paying for their dinner. I want my church to name a need and me be able to meet it. So I found that. I found what makes me cry. I found my passion. I wrote it. I hung it on the wall. It's there for me to see every day. And I have taken on 12 new clients, reactivated 2, and have 2 senior coaches in the last 11 days. And that's my story, a little different. You know, now I'm ready to take what they have to say and run. So if I could give you a nugget and a piece of advice, it would be find what makes you cry. Find your passion. And that's what I have for you guys.
Wow. You guys, I mean, come on. As soft-spoken as she is, as nervous as she said she came on to be, I mean, she just gave some powerful things. And I think one of the biggest things we can say, thank you so much, Missy. I think one of the biggest things we can say is you can start over. there's no like, there's no stopping and throwing the towel or anything. Like, she had some shifts, right? These trainings are magical. We talk about going to events. We talk about getting on trainings. Imagine if she didn't get on this. Where would she be? Where would those people she's helping be? So I'm going to get out of the way. Like I said, I can keep talking for days, but I want to bring on our next speaker, Lynn. Lynn, are you there? Share with us how this last 10 days has kind of rocked your world and what you've been able to do with it, girlfriend.
Oh, yeah. Well, I have to quickly give me a little bit of a background here, because I was an ED successful for a while, and I actually did earn the trip to the Caribbean, and I was on a real high. And then all of a sudden, with that technology issue that we had, I had my coaches quit, a lot of clients, and I went immediately from ED all the way down to senior coach. Boy, was I deflated. And I really wanted to throw in the towel. But I don't know about how many of you walk around with Jamil in your mind all the time, but here his voice is saying, you only fail when you quit. Do it anyway. Just do it. Don't overthink it. Okay, I really wanted to quit, but Jamil's in my mind all the time. So I didn't give up, and I just kept friending people that I didn't know, and I felt that was really weird, you know, friends of friends of friends. And what happened to me was very unusual, because I'm also a prayer warrior, and I ended up having this huge prayer wall of people that I was praying for, and I was getting all caught up into their lives. I kid you not, I was becoming a counselor. People would be calling me or texting me in the middle of the night and believe that I'm in the hospital. Oh, my daughter just ran away. I was just, you know, then I thought, okay, I'm not supposed to do Optavia. The Lord wants me to be a prayer warrior, and I was convinced that was it. Well, fortunately, this incentive came along, and with this particular 11 days of ED, I sort of got rejuvenated again in getting out of that prayer warrior mode and back into, all right, let's try to acquire some clients again. And the speakers were wonderful. Everything I had heard, I'd actually heard before, but I was hearing it with a different mindset, and I got really, really inspired. So I just decided to go for it, and I got my lists out and started going ahead and reaching out to all these people on my lists. I decided to go ahead and be bold. Rather than say how much the reduction was, I just flat out told people how much it was and how much food they could get for a month. Well, I felt like Peter when Jesus said, throw the net in again, you're going to catch something. When I did that, all of a sudden, all these people that I had been pouring my love out to decided to hop on program. I got 7 clients right away. It was just totally amazing. And what happened was then I had a client who she had wanted to be on program, but wouldn't give me a phone call back. And I was just working on her, but she wouldn't call me. Finally, she did join last month. She lost 20 pounds. She kept referring more clients to me. Finally, we had a celebration call and said to her, look, quit giving me the clients. You can do this. So anyway, yesterday, she became a senior coach. She had acquired 5 more clients on top of the 3 that she had already recommended to me. And we celebrated her being a senior coach. And then she actually got the kit. It arrived right afterwards. So I'm just so excited for her. One thing, what I could tell you to do is that my advice is no is a not yet. Don't worry what people are thinking about you. This is totally a relationship business. Caring is our business. It's not about the numbers. You will be scared. Don't quit. I'm scared right now. I'm doing this anyway because my daughter told me I had to. Be a ray of sunshine wherever you go. Put love on people and absolutely love what you're doing. People have to see it in you and be an Optavian. And that's it.
I'm trying to take notes over here, man. Lynn, you got to slow down a little bit, girlfriend. This is awesome, guys. We aren't even halfway through. What are we on? Speaker 3? And we got way more to go. We're doing amazing on time. We got so much energy. Are you guys hearing what's going on here? Put an 11 in the chat. Let's get some finger motion going. But I'm really excited for you guys. I think one of the coolest things is all the passion that we start to see unfold in this, right? It's not about the numbers, and it's really not, you guys really want to look at things not so black and white. And I know there's type A personalities out there. I think I'm a type A. I'm not really into that stuff, but I'm pretty sure I am. But it's not a black and white. There's a gray. So, well, she said it's not about numbers, so I'm not trying to get people. Well, what she's saying is if you're talking to enough people, the numbers don't matter because you're still getting to your goals. There's the gray area, right? There's little nuggets all over the place. I don't want to get like Jamil because somebody's going to screenshot that and then I'm going to look like I try to copy him. But my point is, though, is you guys, there's so many shifts that can happen with this if we're just willing and open and being able to do that. So, Lynn, thank you so much. I'm really excited. I know I got one of my favorite coffee dates. We have our Wednesday breakfast. She comes and brings some inspiration and tells us some amazing stories about Florida. But Priscilla, are you there?
I
Hey,
am
friend.
here. Good morning.
Good morning. So
All
please
right.
take it away.
I'm going to just go. I'm going to go. This right here is representative of what I have learned in the last 10 days. It is a messy, messy piece of paper. I was, excited about talking with you guys today, but to be honest, there's been so much action on our team that I didn't really have time. So I woke up in the middle of the night jotting down these things. So here's the first lesson I want to say, throw it out the window, right? Because it gets messy, but you know what? It's exhilarating. It's totally exhilarating, you guys. So I'm going to talk about a couple of things. How am I operating differently and what has changed, like in the last 10 days? What has changed for me is I wake up every morning and I look at a whiteboard that Jeff helped me with, and I have a whiteboard all about my team, okay? So what has shifted for me is thinking about my team first in the morning when I wake up. It's not about who am I gonna, reach out to and what potential clients, that's there. But the first thing that I'm doing is I'm thinking about everybody on our team. It's really exciting. I've got, we have coaches bringing on coaches, and it's getting messy and fun and exhilarating. So that is one thing I've done differently, thinking about them and reaching out to them every morning. Another thing is definitely, I love this whole series because it has been all about being professional. There's something about this series. Every speaker has been about the fact that we are a professional coaching service. And I think that it's so important to know that in going in. We brand ourselves, our social media is our business sign. We are professionals. We ask for referrals, all of those things. So I'm operating at a different level when I wake up in the morning. How can I be a leader? How can I be more professional in this business? Structure is another thing. Oh my gosh, you guys, I was having trouble with this kind of like this fear of missing out syndrome on Facebook. And I was trying so hard to focus more on structure in my business. But then it's like, oh my gosh, there's all these opportunities and extra trainings and everything like that. And I found myself with that fear of missing out. And oh my gosh, I always have to be on Facebook. And I thought, no, Priscilla, you just got to rein it in. You got to still live within your structure that you have worked so hard to do. So I take the phone and I put it on do not disturb, and I set an alarm and I do my things, and I don't have that fear of missing out because I know my heart is in this. I was like, oh my gosh, what if they don't see that I'm like not on this pop-up training? You know what? Everyone, it for me, I'm in this, right? And so don't have that fear of missing out. What have I accomplished in the last 10 days? Oh my gosh, I can't even explain how awesome it's been. Okay. Honestly, really what has been happening is our massive team growth. I am so proud of every single one of the coaches on our team. Oh my gosh, I was just so I can't even tell you. It's just been a blur. I mean, Kaylin bringing on 11 clients and a coach, and Jody and Rob bringing on like coaches, and, you know, all down the line, Wendy coming on. I mean, I could go on and on, but I can't. So I don't have the time. So the other thing that's happened in these last 10 days is, you know what? I kind of like sent out this frequency, and it sounds all weird, but it's so true. And I can't get into the science of it, you know, with visualizing and stuff. But like, I thought, you know what? I'm going to put myself out there, not just be, you know, involved with, you know, social media per se. And I know we're in quarantine, but, you know, I got to get more social. I got to like expand my circle. So I just kind of like, you know, was thinking about, you know, I'd love to speak with people about health and wellness. Well, seriously, I was thinking that, and all of a sudden, boom, I was asked to speak with my alma mater at UC Riverside, all the Gamma Phi's in that chapter. So I was able to give a presentation on health and wellness to like 70 darling Gamma Phi's. And so I've done that in the last 10 days. The other thing is, I've taken a huge step toward a book that I'm writing. And I ticked a lot of boxes off of that. So like, hello, huge. And then I found, I'm running out of time. I found that, here's key. The busier that I am, the more I fit in. What the heck is that? The busier, it's so true. I'm doing like so much and I'm way busier, but I'm fitting more in. So I've had aha moments. Not to be a pleaser, be a leader. Not to be a pleaser, be a leader. I think I'm out of time. I could go on and on, but I'm going to be respectful. So bye guys, have a great day.
I honestly wasn't about to stop you. We could go over, but thank you so much for sharing, man. I think, you know, one of the most powerful things that Priscilla is saying right there is, you know, don't be so worried about what people think, right? People pleaser. Sometimes, you know, you can't say the right thing to the wrong person and the wrong thing to the right person. They're going to take it how they're going to take it, and you have no control over that. All you have control over is your passion. Second thing I'll say that I got out of what she said is being out there, projecting, right? Projecting what we want to attract. If we want to attract negativity, we can find it. If we want to say people aren't signing up, we can find it. If we want to say people are signing up, we can find it. So there's things out there, man. And I will say this, the busier you are structurally, the more you can fit in. And I've seen that with so many moms on this group, so many other business owners on this group, people in general. Just the busier you are, if you're structured, magic can happen. So let's take it away. I don't want to keep talking too much, but Jackie, are you able to come off and share some magic with us, girlfriend? I'm running out of paper over here, by the way, so I got to make sure reload here.
Guess you need to be able to hear me. There we go. My name is Jackie Palmer, and I started my journey in November 2019. Was really, really wanting to start the program. Like, I've tried everything, every diet, every exercise, whatever, but I saw other people just losing weight and looking phenomenal. So I was like, I really want to do this. So I reached out to my coach and got started, and was just really all about, okay, this is where my journey is going to take me. And I was excited about that. But of course, as everybody probably knows, you start losing a little weight and everybody notices. So I had a friend reach out right away. And of course, my coach, Kirsten, said, now girl, you need to be a coach. Look, I think I'm going to cry like her yesterday. But so I talked to my friend that I hadn't talked to in years. And that is like another really great thing about this program. I find that she was really excited and on fire and wanting to start. And so I became a coach like a month after I started, which was great. I mean, you know, jump in and you know, get it done. That's definitely my motto. And so I quickly added 5 people and really thought, this is all, you know, this is all there was. You know, I'm not going to go probably any further than this, and this is great. I mean, I was having fun and loved helping people, but people would reach out to me and they would want to do the program and talk about how great I looked and how great, you know, I was doing, but it always came down to, no, I can't, because, you know, I really can't afford it. And so that was very frustrating. And it's funny because I keep using the word deflated, but since Lynn used it, I thought, oh, I gotta come up with another word. But I was very deflated. And I talked to my coaches and they said, just be patient. They'll come back. And it's great because, well, they did over these last couple of weeks. I have added 13 new clients in, I guess, the last week and a half. And 4 of them were people that said, no, they're going with another program, or they're just, again, can't afford it, not, interested, but not ready to commit. And they have all flooded back and called me. And even a couple of friends that, again, I haven't talked to in years that I used to work with, messaged me and said, whatever it is you're doing, I don't even care. I want in. I want to do it. Just hook me up. Tell me what I need to do. And so those were really fun phone calls. It's like, I didn't even have to try. I just literally just called them back and said, hey, okay, so let's talk about, what you need and what you want. And it really like gets you, because, this is all about helping people and keeping yourself motivated and going because you're helping so many people, which is awesome. So let's see. Again, never thought my journey was going to take me this far, but I was encouraged by Jamil and Kirsten and Nick to do the certification test, and just reading over the book and doing the test. It just, again, opened up a whole new world to me. That whole entire day, I was on fire. I was like, I just wanted to read more, and I'm not a reader. That, I just never even opened the book because I was like, oh, I hate to read. I just like to learn by example. So I opened up that book and I started looking through it and finding out things that I just thought, wow, I cannot believe I didn't do this sooner. So this has been a really great 11 days for sure, or going on 11 days. But I took the test and loved that. And then the next 2 days were just boom, 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 people calling, people reaching out, some still saying no. But, and then yesterday was a crazy day. Like, I didn't talk to anybody. Nobody reached out. It's like I've heard people say, it was like crickets. Like, what happened to everybody? Where'd everybody go? But I, like Priscilla, got a whiteboard, put it up on my wall. That's what I did yesterday. I wrote down little things about each one of my clients and wrote down all the people that were interested but just not ready, or just waiting just a little bit for another sign. So I know that they're going to reach out. I know they're going to come, because that's exactly what happened over the last week. So many people have just come out of the woodwork, and you're just like, whoa. I even talked to one friend that I said, she said, oh, I have lots of friends that do this program. And I said, well, go with any of them. Just do it, because that's the most important thing, getting healthy and just experiencing this program. That's what I want for you. And I said, so if you have any questions, call me. I'll be happy to answer them. Even if you don't come onto my team, like if you don't, she's like, oh, no, if I'm going to do it, I'm doing it with you. And that just, again, just makes you want to cry, like really tears of happiness. I have no idea what time I started, and I know that time is a cruncher thing. So that's really all I got. I'm just like absolutely thankful for everyone here and all of the nuggets that we get every day, as we say. Thank you.
Jackie, we love you, man. That's your passion, and your heart's going to take you far. And I think it's one of the coolest things. I want to keep us on track with time. Jackie, thank you so much for sharing. But one of the biggest things I can say from a takeaway from what she said is basically people are going to come. It's never a no, it's just a not right now. And as cliche as that sounds, it's very powerful and true. And when people are ready, they're ready. And that's why we really talk about, talk to enough people to get to your goals, but we're not selling anybody on anything. When they decide to come, they'll come. So I'd like to introduce my last speaker, and then we're going to get the wonderful Michelle Bamba on to rock it out for the last few. But Amanda, are you there? Are we able to get some golden nuggets, girlfriend?
Hi. So just listening to everyone's journey along the way, I started my journey in May of last year, and I decided to start coaching in October. Well, I started coaching and it was very slow to start. I started to share, but then I would share inconsistently. And it was just getting hard to be vulnerable. So I did a lot of personal development, and I finally told myself, quit telling the story that no one wants to hear about you. You have to do it for someone else. It's not about you. So December and January were kind of my breakthrough months as far as starting to share more and just grow even more as a person. And as I grew, my mentor coach told me, as you grow, this business grows. And I said, okay, well, it's very true. It happened exactly that way. So I hit senior coach in March. And again, I started in October. So, I mean, it took me 5 months to get there. But I hit senior coach in March and I was super excited. And then business momentum came. And I said, you know what? I'm going to do it because why not? So I did that. And that kind of got my fire going. And then 11 days to ED came and I said, I'm doing that. And wow, the past 10 days have been a whirlwind in such a wonderful way. I have brought on 7 clients. So I was senior coach. So I've ranked up twice and I'm really close to being director. And of course, you know, my ultimate goal is ED, but I am just blown away with what I've gotten out of these last 10 days. My mantra every day has been suspend all fear and thinking and just go. I have said that over and over, and so powerful. And I've just done it. I have done things that were uncomfortable. I got on the phone with people. I've texted people, just being a human being. And it has been, I have stretched and grown so much. The biggest thing is get out of your own way. That is what I have learned. Do what they tell you and get out of your own way. I was trying to make it way too hard. And because I've gotten out of my own way and I have just done the action steps, my business has taken off. And I'm just so grateful. That's all I got.
Yay. Thank you, Amanda. That was so awesome. And you know what I love that you said is quit telling stories about you. And you guys, that is so powerful because we can have all of that chatter. But I'm going to leave you with this, you guys. If you are making up stories, why not make it a good one? Because we're always going to have that chatter. But if you're telling yourself good stories, you're going to see that that's going to play out so much. That was awesome. Thank you so much, Amanda. So let's keep the party going, you guys. I'm going to tell you now, we are going to go over a little bit in time, but I promise you to stay on because it's going to be worth it. Okay, so next we've got Gary Holt. So Gary, my friend, go ahead and take it away and share with us, what have you rocked in the last 10 days during this training?
Well, thank you. Thanks so much. I'm so happy to be here. First of all, I'd like to thank Jamil and all the leadership team for the amazing trainings that you guys do. Man, they're always so helpful, and man, I've learned way too much. You know, my wife and I have only been coaching for about 2 months, so we still have a lot to learn. But as we started this series, I was asking myself, you know, how can we possibly reach a lot of people and reach them quickly? I saw a training that mentioned how we can create a spreadsheet on Facebook, you know, using your Facebook friends. And I didn't have most of the phone numbers. So what I did is I just reached out on Messenger and made the contact that way. Excuse me. Some people haven't checked them still, but over the about 3 days, I sent out 115 messages and heard back from around 35 to 40 of them. That translated into about 8 new clients since this series, and I've still got about 7 more still waiting kind of on the fence. We've reached back out and ranked up from manager to associate director, and we're just teetering right below the director stage. So even though, you know, the lights are kind of dimming a little bit on the executive director for this month, but we're still in it, not one bit discouraged. We're staying focused and goal-oriented. The first thing we did operate differently was to let go of worrying that we sound like we're making a sales pitch. We just started relaxing and speaking from the heart. I also think we're operating differently by identifying each other's strengths. My wife and I, you know, she's a lot better at the health assessments than I am. So she does the health assessments, and I've been reaching out to a lot of people, just making contacts. So we truly work as a team, and it makes us more productive and equally invested in it. One big thing that I've learned and utilized is how to live off my calendar. Being a teacher and still working full time, I'm putting everything on my calendar and color coding it. School meetings are all in one color, and then I have Optavias in the other one. So if I have any downtime during my school day, I immediately jump in and start working Optavia and reaching out to people. The biggest thing in my mindset that has changed over the past 2 months is developing more of a CEO mindset and not letting any negative chatter override or bring me down. My motto is, if it is to be, it's up to me. This is about being or getting the world healthy, and it's time to be bold and caring. So one of the things, you know, an aha moment for me was when I realized I had to put fear aside and just start doing the work. Being an athletic coach and being competitive, I had to start reaching out to people without being attached to the outcome. It wasn't about winning or convincing them. I had to truly realize that I am helping people, and I have something valuable to discuss that can only benefit them. It has to be about them and not about me in any capacity. I am completely detached from it, including with family members and friends who you really feel invested in. I also realize that it's actually fun to reconnect, talk to people who you may not have talked to in a long time. People actually will open up and share, and they appreciate the concerns. I'm surprised by how much I'm actually enjoying it. Moving forward, the thing that I'm most excited about is bringing this amazing gift to everyone I meet and really just seeing what the future holds. Healthy body, mind, and healthy finances is truly a way of life that we've embraced and have a goal to share with others. I have high expectations for this, and I'm ready to keep the momentum going, stretching out of our comfort zones and not limiting ourselves. And that's all I got. I appreciate you guys. Thank you.
Yes, Gary, that was so good, you guys. I hope you all are taking notes, because I know I am. We've got living off of our calendar structure he talked about. That is so important. If it's going to be, it's up to me. And last, you guys, 135 messages. I hope I heard that right, but 135 messages that were sent out. It is all in the numbers. You just reach out to people, and that's going to turn into health assessments, and it's going to turn into clients. So Gary, thank you so much. That was so good. All right, guys, next we've got Julie Barkley. So Julie, come off mute and let's share what you've been rocking over the last 10 days.
Good morning. Can you hear me? All righty. Good morning. Thank you so much for tuning in this morning, and I'm glad to be here. I was thrilled to be asked to be here. I started out our 11 days really dialing into what Jamil said about I am winning my day. So this is my I am winning my day list. And I take it everywhere I go. If I have my cell phone in my hand, I have this in my hand. And I have actually added stuff to this morning. Thanks to Priscilla, I'm sorry. I am no longer going to try to be a pleaser. You see, I have the pleaser with the little line through it. I'm going to be a leader. So that being said, just prior to our 11 days to ED, I had made ED for the first time. I was 11 weeks in coaching. I made ED by volume only, and I was thrilled. But then when Jamil and Justin and the leaders, our mentors, offered this, I was in with both feet. At that time, I also signed on my first coach, Dawn Armenta, and she has been in with both feet too. And that's because our leaders have trickled down on us and given us an example of how we should run our businesses. And so that is just super thrilling to me. When I heard Michelle and Emily talk about Facebook, it was so interesting, and I really resonate with those gals. Facebook hasn't been my problem though. I've always been very present on Facebook and no problem starting conversations. I think where I really was struggling was sharing my story. And I don't mean talking about me. I mean, people say to me all the time, Julie, you look fabulous. You look amazing. And my response is always the same thing. Thank you. I feel amazing. Done. That's what I say. And if they ask me more, I'm willing to share more. But if they don't, that's the end of it. And right there was an aha moment for me. So I was in my dental office where I work 4 days a week. And a patient said to me, Julie, you look amazing. And I said, oh my gosh, thank you so much. I feel amazing. Bam, the lights turned on, the shift was there. You know what? I'm coaching for this really amazing company. And I went through my really revised spiel, really short. She listened, she said, thank you. And that was that. And I know for a fact that I've had a problem judging people by the way they look. She doesn't want to hear my story. First of all, she's a police officer. She's fit. I'm sure she eats healthy. What does she need me for? Do you know what? She called me 3 days later and said, my mom and I would like to meet with you. And I'm doing health assessments with both of them tomorrow morning, early in the morning, and hoping and praying that they are going to want to get healthy, because it's not about the weight. Neither one of them are overweight. It's about the health. And this police officer admitted to me that she eats sugar, carbohydrates, and fast food because that's what's convenient for her. And because I had explained to her about our fuelings and how convenient it is, it triggered something in her to get healthy. So I think letting our coaches drip on us with their knowledge and letting all of our mentors drip on us with all their information and all of this training has been amazing. I have signed on 5 new clients. I'm hoping for 7, and I actually have 2 health assessments today, so it could be 9. I'm trying to connect to people's emotions, and my motto is just don't stop. Thank you very much.
Just don't stop. Yes, I love it. I loved all that you shared. And you know what I loved most is this is not about weight. She is so dead on. This is not a weight loss program. People are looking for so much more than weight. And I can keep talking forever, but I know we're short on time. So I'm excited to bring on our next guest. She has been a force since I've met her. She is from Texas, y'all. So all of you Texas coaches, let's give her a welcome. But I'm just so excited to bring on Erica. So Erica, my friend, go ahead and take it away.
Good morning, everybody. My name is Erica Ostaszewski. Nobody can say that, so we say oh so sexy. Can y'all hear me? I'm frozen. Let's see. Okay. So, and I just want to share a little about what has happened with this amazing opportunity and from this training in the last half of my month. Since April 15th, I've enrolled 14 new clients. My first coach that started early in April not only hit senior coach this month and hit CAB bonus, but she and her husband ranked all the way up to associate director. So great job, Toby and Tip. I also was able to hit ED this month as well as get my certification. And then this week I was able to bring on my second coach who has also brought on her first 2 clients. So it's just exploded in a way that I could have never imagined. So I kind of want to talk about what shifted in me and what I've done differently and what I've taken from this training that's really allowed my business to take off. So probably the biggest thing I've learned is to not try to reinvent the wheel. I come from a sales training background. I've been a national trainer for years. So you come into this and think, I know all this, right? And then I thought about, what if I was training somebody and they were new and they came to me and said they knew everything? I'd be like, you've been here this long, like sit down and let me, you know what I mean? So I just thought the Optavia way works is all I can tell y'all. Like, take these trainings, write them down, put them into action. But probably the biggest two personal takeaways that have really impacted me and my business is, the first one is my own accountability to myself and my program. I know y'all hear on these calls all the time that when you're in fat burn, your business is in fat burn, but there is so much incredible truth to that. So I really tightened up on my program and focused on me. It's kind of like, we get so excited about helping other people when you have a heart and a passion for that, but it's the whole, like, put on your own oxygen mask first before you help other people, right? So I started thinking, hey, I'm on this journey too. And I'm really learning that the better that I do for me in my program and the more my weight loss, I'm successful in my weight loss, it is just the excitement's a natural overflow. When you're fitting into clothes you haven't fit into years and people are asking you, you can't help but to be excited about this business because it's authentic. This is happening to you and you want other people to experience that. The second is definitely the life book. The other big takeaway from this training that I got was to not ask my clients how many pounds you've lost, but how many pages have you read in your life book? Y'all, I made that shift this week, and the nuggets that my clients have gotten, I've cried on the phone with clients because they've said, wow, I did Element 2 and I realized that I'm miserable. You know what? I don't like where I work. I don't set boundaries. I don't set boundaries with myself. That's why I gained 35 pounds in a year. I don't set them with work. In fact, what is this you're doing as a business opportunity? Because you seem so excited and more than you've been about anything in so long. And there you go. And that's another potential coach that's probably going to sign up. But it all happens just with your own truth and passion. So that was another big takeaway. The third is to just, despite all the chatter, go for it. Like, answer at first when they said, respond to people's Facebook likes and Messenger. I was like, this is crazy. Like, what? It's going to be so awkward. And I'm super outgoing. I just thought that would be weird. Y'all, I have 4 health assessments today, like back to back to back, just from responding to a like. I mean, I'm blown away. So obviously the Optavia way works, but the biggest part is just be you. I put on my notes, I put passion and excitement is more contagious than coronavirus. And it is. When you truly are on fire and living this yourself, that passion is a natural overflow to everybody around you. They catch the excitement. So, and it's about just truly loving on and caring about other people, because there's people that have not said yes to this journey, but have said, hey, talking to you inspired me. I can't afford that right now, but I started my journey and I lost 4 pounds this week, and I'm loving on them and encouraging them, even if they're not doing Optavia yet. So, and as far as the future, I am so excited about this business. I started my journey 2 months ago, and I started coaching 2 weeks later. So I've been coaching 2 months. And last month I was looking at this as just a way to supplement and help pay for my food with commissions being down from COVID, right? This month I woke up and I looked at my commission the last week and I almost fell out of my bed. If y'all think I can't help but be this pumped. And then my best friend and my first coach texted me and said that her first to second Optavia check jumped 1,000% from her first to second week in Optavia. If that didn't make you excited, I mean, to do this and to love on people and help change lives with your best friends who are doing it too and changing their lives and their income, what better business can we be in? It's just, I'm blown away about what the future holds. And I want to thank the Bombas, Jamil, my coach Chari, just everybody that's helped me along the way. Thank you guys.
Girl, that was straight fire. Does that not just pump you guys up? That was absolutely incredible. She gave you guys so many nuggets because the Optavia way is the way, right? We don't want to reinvent the wheel. We want to make sure we're connecting with our coaches and we're just having fun. And I see that's what she's doing. And that was just straight fire, girl. I am just so happy for you. So proud of you. So excited for you. But let's keep the party going, you guys. We've got just 2 more speakers. So please hang in there because they're going to bring the fire to you too. So I'm excited to bring on our next guest, Wendy, who has also been just killing it the last couple of weeks, and just her excitement is so contagious. So Wendy, my friend, I'm going to go ahead and just hand it off to you.
Hello. Things that have changed for me in this week. I don't know, my screen's froze, so I don't know if it's working.
You're good.
Okay. Well, I call this program the gift that keeps on giving, my sister and I, because it just is, everything from, healthy mind, body, finances, and, I just talk about that to everybody. But, I started in October and I just really been working on the list. Wrote down the first people that were on my heart and then have just added to it ever since. And it's just like everybody says, like so many of these people, I signed sponsored 14 new clients and 2 coaches, and the coaches have also brought on some clients, so we're excited. But out of that, so many of those are just from like way back when I, originally started everything about in October. So, people are always watching and listening, just like, Michelle's always saying, I haven't had a like with a lot of these people in a long time. And all of a sudden they're like, hey, I think I'm ready. I'm like, oh my gosh, I didn't think you were gonna, go for this. But a lot of people showed up, just like all of a sudden everybody started messaging me. I think the main thing that's different is, I hopped back into fat burn too. The quarantine thing, kind of got me off. I did the March Madness and was super excited. And March was just kind of a flop for me. And I thought, oh my gosh, this can't be happening because I love this so much. And everybody was kind of freaked out. And, Jamil and everybody just kept saying, like, everybody really needs this right now. And positivity, we need to just really be a light. And it's true, I just was like, yeah, I've got to hop back on too. So mentally, I lived out loud. I put out, a screenshot of my scale and was like, okay, looks like I'm up like, 12 pounds and, lost that in like 10 days. So that got everybody excited. I did like the gene challenge. I posted a lot of recipes and things like that. People were responding. That is a major one, and then just all the people that I've talked to, I think that I've gotten a lot more comfortable with health assessments and just really learned to listen more and not like so much like, oh my gosh, this is so great, you're gonna love it. So just really, finding what the needs are and everything that way. So that's helped a lot. And then, what I'm excited for is just to see out of, we're looking at like 16 new people, just really helping them, getting them as in love with the program, as I am, and, just share it and hopefully get everybody healthy and, healthy mind, body, and finances, and we can all be on, vacation together. So that's kind of where it is.
I love it, girl. That was so good. Just love on the people and just share your story and just share what you've been doing. So thank you so much for sharing. All right, guys, last but not least, we've got Mr. Danny, who is going to be sharing what's been going on with him, because I know they've brought on so many clients and they've just been rocking it over the last couple of days. So stay on just a few more minutes. So Danny, my friend, go ahead and take it away.
Hello, good morning, everybody. So I've been coaching now for about 16 months with my girlfriend, Angelica. And, just being the last person on, it's kind of sucks because you guys already said most of it, but I'm just going to get right into it, guys. Yes, I think we've brought 21 new clients and returning clients so far. And obviously with Optavia's incentive, it's been really cool, right? So they're doing $90 off. And what that really helped, I think, with us is just kind of put that juice into our veins, right? And I think it kind of like got the momentum going. So that way we can start, we started texting everybody. As soon as we heard that, we started thinking to ourselves, like, all the people who had, initial questions with the price and finances, we started texting them right away. Whoever was on our heart, whoever we've done health assessments on, the first thing we did was we got to our follow-up folder. We started following up with everybody. Our support team, they already gave us the cool little text to text everybody. We copied and pasted, personalized it a little bit, started sending it to everybody. Even people, guys, who you guys haven't done a health assessment yet, what I've been doing basically is texting people something like, hey, I know we haven't, officially listened to your health goals and I haven't done a proper health assessment, but just to let you know, our company's doing something amazing to help people during these times. And I really think you can benefit from becoming healthy and saving money at the same time. That's kind of helped us move people they've wanted to know about the program, but they haven't actually done a health assessment. We've been able to move people, from Facebook or whatever onto a health assessment and sign up clients like that. That's been pretty cool, and basically what's been kind of happening is, I think, is a lot of mental growth. So what everybody was talking about before, I'm speaking is if you notice, there's a lot of mental growth that has to happen for you to be able to be comfortable in your business. And I think that's what's kind of helped us out a lot is being able to listen and posture everything. When we're posturing health assessments, it's much more better. When we're listening to people, when they're talking, I always tell, if you could keep really focused and keep your thoughts from drifting during a health assessment, that really helps you understand what their why is. And yes, we've been able to, basically be confident in terms of the gift that we have. The moment you're confident that you know what you have, even without the special going on right now, even if you're confident with that, then it's going to be much easier for you to be able to share that with others without being kind of hesitant. You have to be coachable, you know what I mean? And you have to, not only that though, you have to, your willingness to learn has to be up and your willingness to accept change. For me, that was, I was into a lot of video games, and this last couple of weeks, I've been just on, we've been on, health assessments, calls, celebration. So you just have to kind of change what you've been doing because it probably hasn't been working. Our client support definitely stepped up. We're so thankful for all the training, all the amazing people who've already done this and set out, and that helps out with the value, and the client support definitely has stepped up. And also we're starting to love people, not that we didn't like people, but just the fact that we just feel more confident. It just feels really, really good. Right. Another thing is we stopped blaming people and we stopped justifying ourselves. Right. So a lot of times is we like to blame others where we are really quick to condemn others and we're really quick to criticize others. Right. So I noticed as soon as we stopped blaming people for our failures or whatever, it really started helping us with the personal aspect. Also, WWJD, what would Jesus do? I substituted the Jesus and put, what would Jamil do? Right. And a lot of times when I'm getting frustrated or something happens, I'm like, what would a person of this stature do? Right. What would Jamil do? And I think that's kind of been helping me out too in terms of the mental aspect. You want to give yourself a pep talk daily. I've been doing this before every health assessment. And, I just tell myself, hey, we're going to help this person out. I'm a great health coach. It's going to work. They're going to love it. And, do that. And positive affirmations definitely helps out. Some of the things that we've learned and some of the aha moments was definitely the more you put in, the more you get out. The more you put into your business, the more you definitely start seeing down the road. Sometimes it's not right away. It's okay. You just want to keep following up. And also, guys, our follow-up game for sure was on point. You know what I mean? I think that's really, really key. When there's no clients. I was once told from somebody at a car dealership that their follow-up game, the reason why they're making $30,000 a month was because their follow-up game was on point. So I think that really kind of helped us out as well too. You got to get uncomfortable. I didn't want to get on this call. I was super, super nervous. But honestly, if I don't get uncomfortable, then I'm just going to stay in my same place. And I realized you got to step out of your comfort zone. Honestly, I can't wait for this momentum to keep going. I feel super pumped. So just going into next month, I feel like the momentum is going to be there with us. We're going to feel confident. We're going to have all kinds of celebrations. And honestly, just really looking forward to integrating these clients properly, giving them value, and signing up and bringing on coaches. So thank you very much.
Wow. That was straight up powerful. Was that not so good, you guys? I'm like,
yeah.
right? That was awesome, Danny. Thank you so much. And 21 clients, holy moly. I mean, we firsthand have seen how amazing and how much you've grown over the last couple of months. So that was absolutely so powerful, so good. Was this not entire hour? I'm like speechless now, but was this not entire hour so amazing, you guys? Hearing from people who actually have done the work, And isn't it funny that when you do the work, this is what happens? You know, we hear that all the time, just do the work. And this is exactly what everyone has done, is they're just doing what they've been taught, doing what they have been doing the last, 10 days, this last month. So really blessed that, we were able to do something like this.
Yeah, I think it's powerful, man. And, I wrote down a note here real quick, and maybe this will hit home for some of you, and maybe it won't. Maybe it'll be a little more blunt than it should be, but that's what I'm known for. I said, you are the CEO and yourself business partner. Would you keep yourself employed if you showed up next week and did nothing? This is a business, guys. And so a lot of us, we will come into this, and I'm going to close out with this, not as a negative, but a spin-off of like what you just heard today is just showing up every day, being intentional, being passionate, doing what you need to do, just like you would at a career or at a job, right? We always say it's easy to do and easy not to do. So let's go into May with some fire, right? Let's go into June with some fire. Let's go into 2025 with some fire, right? If you just show up every day and do the action steps, look what just happened in 10 days. Let's multiply that by 365. Holy cow. And then I'll end it with this. Have you ever dreamt of a place or a vacation that it's like, wow, dude, I could imagine smelling the sea air, or I could imagine smelling the fresh powder of snow, or I could imagine being, having those amazing margaritas with my best friends or my family, or take my family here, or take my family there. Or have you been to one and you were reminiscing about being there, but it was just that one-time experience that you were able to do? Guys, we can go live the life we wanted, and we can bring a lot of people with us. If you just show up every day, you be your own business partner with yourself. You do the work as the employee and the CEO, and you take this to the next level. And it's nothing different than, you don't stop raising your kids because you're burnt out the next week. Sometimes we don't like doing it. I know I'm experiencing some stuff lately because we're locked down, right? I'm growing to that next level as a parent, the next level as a husband, the next level as a person that I can grow with, right? Just like in this business. But we don't stop being a parent because Monday we're burned out. We grab a gear, we step it up. Don't stop being your business partner next week because all of a sudden, oh, there's no more ED boot camp. That was so amazing. I wish, right? Kind of like a blame thing again. I wish it was still going so I could. No. There's nothing going on with me to be a parent. My parents aren't here. I'm still being a parent. Same thing with your business. So that's all I got to say, Michelle. This was the most amazing call ever. So I'll let you.
I agree. No, I love that. And most important, you guys, don't give up on your dreams. And more importantly, don't give up on you and what you're looking to do and what you want. If you have not put dreams to paper or dreams on your napkin, you guys, start doing that. That is so powerful to visually see what it is that you want to do to keep that momentum going, to keep that fire going. And I'm going to encourage you all that tomorrow is the last day of our ED training, but that's not going to stop. And that shouldn't stop with the momentum that you have. Keep that going. So we're going to leave it on this, you guys. We're not going to really have any really action steps for today. Just really apply everything that you've learned. But a few things let's think outside the box. We have 2 days left of this incredible offer of hundreds of people that we can bring on. So one thing I'm going to encourage you guys to do is go to all of the clients that you've recently brought on, all of the new clients that are starting, that have started, and ask them if they have anyone that they want to do this with or anyone they want to share this with, because of our incredible offer that ends tomorrow. They're going to have people that are asking, and there's going to be people, I'm sure, on their heart. Next is go craft a post on Facebook and share that there are only 2 days left of this incredible offer that's never going to happen again. And you want to partner with anyone that is looking for health. Share how many people that you have helped, or share how many spots you have left that you want to help people move forward in their health. You guys, Facebook is huge right now. That is the best way to connect with people. Go craft a post. Go share a fun picture. Go nurture that post, because remember, it's not about posting. It's about what happens in the magic that happens in the back end, starting those conversations, go or commenting on the likes, messaging the people that liked it. And last, you guys, is go ask your friends and family if they can post for you. Your friends and family are always going to help. maybe give them some verbiage. If they don't know what to say, give them some verbiage and ask them if they can help you impact a lot more people. So I hope this was helpful. You guys, thank you again to all the incredible speakers that really brought in the fire today and shared exactly what they have done. I know so many of you right now are just on fire. Like what we've been seeing in growth, it's absolutely incredible. And I hope and encourage you guys, keep that momentum going. Do not give up on yourself. Do not give up on your dreams and your hopes and your goals. So you guys all have a great rest of your day. And we'll be seeing you guys tomorrow morning.
Thanks again, guys. Have a good one.